Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to talk to you guys today. Excited to talk about this message. So, here's what a client recently said to me. Um, I said, okay, well, what will happen in your life if you are able to make your dreams happen? And she said, well, here's the thing. My husband's going to get way more sex. And I laughed and I said, tell me about that. What do you mean? And she said, an excited, enthralled, and purposeful me loves to have sex with my husband. Anybody relate? I'm like, yep, me too. Exactly, 100%. So you guys, today we're going to talk about, let me getting all my stuff lined up here. We're going to talk about how to receive deep intimacy and continue to rock it in your business or whatever it is that lights you up, that's bringing passion and purpose to your life. Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't it sound great? When we are in that full purposeful place, we love creating intimacy with our partner, don't we? So I want to help you create more connection and spark in your romance and still get everything that you want. It doesn't have to be an either or kind of thing, right? I'm Melissa Keenan. I'm CEO and owner of Coaching with Melissa Keenan, where women and couples create the intimacy of their dreams. So if you're new here, welcome. Super excited to have you. Those of you who are watching, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're ready to create deep intimacy while having a booming business, right? Deep intimacy in the comments. If you're ready to create deep intimacy while having a booming business. You guys, at the end of this, I'm going to do something I've never done before. Those of you who are on here and who want it, I'm going to do a card pull for you of this Divine Feminine card deck that I have, which is like my favorite thing. I've been using it on almost a daily basis for months now. It's so beautiful. And the intention of the card pull is to identify something personal to you that's showing up as a roadblock of you creating the deepest intimacy that you want. And so this is something, a little bit different. I just, you know what, I really just wanted to have fun and bring this in and spice it up a little bit. And give you, something even deeper, more personal that you can walk away with on this. So you guys, again, put deep intimacy in the comments if you want deep intimacy while having a booming business. So a client recently shared with me that she feels crunched down by life. The same client that I mentioned earlier. She said, I feel so crunched down by life and all the next to-do things that I need to do. And then the more she kind of explored this, she realized, that anytime she came up with an idea that lit her up, something that got her excited, she would push it back down again. She would hide it because she didn't want to upset her husband. So she realized that over time, things that she did that he didn't like, it would like eat away at her. This little like nagging voice of like, you can't really do that because you don't want to upset your husband and you don't want to, cause pain or discomfort in the relationship. And, as we got layer after layer after layer, does anybody relate with doing that? With playing small because of some perceived thing about our husbands? Doesn't even have to mean that our husbands are there saying like, no, you can't do what you want, you can't have what you want or whatever, right? It's just in us that we're like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Anybody relate with that? Playing small because of some perception about your husband, or maybe playing small because your husband really is like, no, you can't have what you want, you can't do what you want. So we play small and we choose that. And so layer after layer uncovered, right? She realized that she would hide her desires because she didn't want to upset her husband. Underneath that, she realized that she was doing that because she was afraid of being alone. She knows what it feels like to be alone, like really alone, raising kids by herself. And how hard that was. She did it like a champion, but Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And so how much she was doing to try to protect herself from being alone. And on the deepest level, as we got deeper and deeper into this, she realized that she had let one of her deepest dreams die because of her marriage. It was a huge aha, a huge wake-up call, right? Yeah, man. I want to revisit this scenario with them and let you know how it wrapped up. But there is a pretty high cost when we don't know how to create deep intimacy. So many things, right? Our children suffer, our family suffers, we suffer, our husband suffers, our marriage suffers. Ultimately, it can lead us down the path of divorce, and we know that. But I think the biggest cost is that we have to shut parts of ourselves down. We believe we have to shut parts of ourselves down. And so we do. In fact, it's like a death before death, isn't it? Have you ever had a vision or a dream, something there that you shoved down over and over? And the next thing you knew, you realized you were kind of going around just looking for the next way to sort of numb out or check out. I do. I'm a creator, you guys, and I go in, my cycles are fast. They're not slow like maybe some people's could be. Years and years of that, of walking around like a zombie. But if I have something that's calling to me and I keep pushing it down, the next thing you know, I'm sucked into a TV series and it's all I want to do because I don't want to face reality, because reality doesn't feel good anymore. And in myself, I have realized I cannot live like that. I cannot. It's death before death. You guys relate with that? And so when we do that in our marriage, and we do that because of our marriage, oh man, that hurts so bad, doesn't it? And things don't have to be bad in your marriage in order for you to go into this complacency, right, in your relationship. And yet, they could be, and yet, I do see this all the time. So what do we do instead? How do we change this around? We have this beautiful opportunity to step into our truth when it comes to intimacy. Create real, deep intimacy. And then you never have a reason to let some of your dreams die like this, okay? That's the key. And I'm going to give you a specific formula with that today to create that deep intimacy. So that a part of you can come back to life, so that the whole of you can feel alive. Because even if we have a successful business, it's not enough if our relationships are suffering. And anyone in that situation, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's just not enough. So let's go back to this client. She broke down in tears. She's like, I remembered this dream that I have had for years, but I let it die. I literally forgot about it. I chose to stay small in my marriage. But because she had used this intimacy formula and she had created a new culture in her marriage, she approached her husband. She wanted her husband to intimately share this with her. So he did. She shared with him all her dreams. And you know what happened? He supported and understood her completely. He even wept with her that he could have ever been part of this cycle that she was in, of not living out her truth and living in her fullness. Wow, how beautiful, right? I mean, oh my gosh, this is what's possible when we create deep intimacy. It doesn't have to feel like a tug of war, an either or situation. She turned around and invested $10,000 into her dream and did so with his full support. How awesome, right? This is what's possible when we create deep intimacy. And you guys, no one sees this. No one talks about this. This is why it's so important. This is why I show up every week and I talk about what's possible, because no one's out there sharing these things. You know, all the time people say to me, how long have you been married? And if I say 14 years, they say, congratulations. I say that to people too. I get it, right? Time is some sort of an accomplishment. I know people who have been married for 50 years, 60 years, and hated each other the whole way. And that's part of why I made it my mission. Like, I will not be that person. If my marriage is not working, we are not going to keep doing it anymore. If we don't love each other and we can't like say every day that we're choosing each other because we want to, we're not doing it anymore. So he and I, we work on this and we come alive together. And that's what is possible for all of us. It's what's possible for you. It really is possible for you. So I would love for you guys to, are you ready to receive the intimacy formula? I'd love for you to put intimacy formula in the comments if you are ready to receive the how. How the heck do we do this? How do we get out of hiding? How do we get out of this tug of war between business and marriage? How do we actually create the intimacy that we want in any situation? In any situation, you guys, I work with women of all different kinds of situations, you know, whether their husband is an addict or whether he's a millionaire, whether he's supportive and present or kind of aloof and clueless. I'm telling you, there are steps you can take to experience deeper fulfillment in your life and in your marriage. Okay? So intimacy formula in the comments. So excited to share this with you guys. Let me check out these comments here. It's been a minute since I've looked at them. Awesome. Okay. Okay. And actually, so let's see here. I need to know who's on live if I'm going to do any kind of card polls for you guys. So if you are here, type intimacy formula in the comments. I'm only seeing, hi Shakina, I'm only seeing Shakina here. So I don't know if that's a glitch and it's just showing me the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, so let me share this intimacy formula with you guys. Okay. Number 1, receive him without coaching, criticizing, or closing down. Receive him without coaching, criticizing, or closing down. Number 2, deepen your feminine in your marriage and relationships. Your feminine energy is the key. Number 3, then harness your powerful masculine and feminine to dance between the two in your business so you can powerfully get stuff done. Okay? That is what we're doing today. That is what is going to get you to the intimacy that you want. Okay. So, and you know, let me know what questions you have about that. If you guys have questions, you can put them in the comments. I hope I'm seeing the right comments. So you might be asking, what does it mean to deepen into my feminine? Okay, if you haven't already, there's a assessment in the welcome post, feminine profile assessment. It's about receiving, it's about resting, trusting, it's about confidence in your inner knowing, softening, feeling, connecting. That is where we create relationships, is in our feminine energy. Masculine energy is not about relationships. So I often find that powerful business women have this all flipped upside down, and they instead feel like they have to be on all the time and show up in their masculine energy in all parts of their life. This typically, when women step into this, they feel like a deep sense of relief deep sense of relief. Okay, so so go and take that assessment. Like, don't delay. Go take that assessment. Again, you'll find it in the welcome post in this group. And I'd love to hear what you get. You can private message me and let me know what you get. Okay, since I am having issues with actually seeing comments here, I really want to do this card pull for you guys. Kim Khan, are you still here? Maybe we'll do it for you. Would you like a card pull? I'm going to do a personalized card pull of this Divine Feminine deck that I love so much, and trust that it's going to reveal something, the next step for you to step into deeper intimacy. So, okay, I'm going to, if you guys, oh, you're here, yay. Would you like a card pull? Would you like this personal little poll here? This is so weird. I mean, I hope that you're the one and I'm not. Oh, yay, here's Lisa too. Hi. Yeah, I really need to figure out how to interact with these comments better, you guys. It's bad. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Kim. I'm going to give you a card pull and then we'll do one for Lisa. And anybody else who pops on in the next 5-ish minutes who wants a card pull from the Divine Feminine cards will get one. I'm totally happy to do that. Just put card pull in the comments. I'm going to give you a personalized, we're going to trust that God and your angels and your feminine lineage are going to give you the exact message that you need in order to deepen intimacy. Okay? All right, thinking of Kim. Okay, Kim, here's what we got. This says, Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The affirmation that goes with it is, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Wow. How cool is that? Okay. So my question for you with this is, how are you not allowing yourself to take up space in your marriage? My guess is that there's something about you holding in your energy or feeling like you can't take up space there. But this card literally is like angels, universe, God, whatever you resonate with, telling you that if you allow your essence to flow effortlessly into everything you create, you're going to have success. This is the key to deeper intimacy for you. That's what I'm working on right now, she said. Beautiful. So as you play with this week, you know, come back and tell us how it goes. I'd love to hear how that goes for you and, you know, what you kind of uncover. Dana is here too. Fun. Okay, Lisa, I'm going to do you next. Are you here still, love? Lisa. Lisa is so cool, you guys. She is an event organizer. And she just entered into this, you know what, I should know more before I'm telling this. She entered into this international competition, and she got like the top 5. So in May, she'll find out if she got the top and won with her business events that she runs. Super cool. Yay, you're here. Okay, my dear, ready? And we're just trusting that your feminine lineage, the universe, God, all these things combined are going to give you a personal message about what you need to deepen your intimacy. Ooh, we got someone named Shakina. Shakina's on here too. Cool. It says, the presence of the divine feminine. And it says, the affirmation is, at the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. Don't you love this? I don't know what her story is. Okay, so the presence, Shekinah. This is so cool. The presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. Wow. So my question for you is, how are you not seeing yourself as the light in your relationship? What would it take for you to embody this? Recognizing at the center of your being, there is light, and you are that light. That's the key to deeper intimacy for you right now. So does that resonate with you? Does that land? Again, I would love to hear, like, what is that about? That's so fascinating. The little bit that I do know about you, I'm like, that's super interesting. I think it's calling you to that deeper level of healing past stuff, recognizing like, I am the light. I am the good. Yeah, she's like, yes, it does. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see here. Where's our other gal? It's Dana, right? Dana, put a comment. I can't see your name anymore. Oh, okay, I will. I will, Lisa. Are you still here, Dana? Yay. Okay, Dana. Awesome. Oh, Dana. Okay, now I know who you are. Hi. Yay. Thanks for popping on and watching. I'm excited to pull this for you. I'm excited to connect with you more too. Okay, my dear. Dana. Ooh. We got the Black Madonna. Okay. And this says, Our Lady of the Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. I like am feeling a ton of energy flowing right now for you. This is like, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. Whoa. So what this says to me is that you're being called to a higher level of healing. It's time, it's totally time to transform the pain and suffering into a greater capacity. Capacity. I love that word, right? I think of like a container. What is my capacity to love? What is it? How big does it get? Like, is it bigger than me? Is it tiny? I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. Spot on, she said. Trying to remember a little bit more about your situation. Super exciting. Isn't this fun, you guys? I love this. Thanks for coming on and playing with me. I wanted to bring these in because our feminine intuition is so crucial in creating the intimacy of our dreams. It's just everything. And sometimes, you know, using little tools here and there to access that is so powerful. It can be how God speaks to us, you know, or energy speaks to us. So, okay, loves, let's do this. Let's go on and create the intimacy of our dreams. And you guys, if you are feeling this call to seriously step in and up level in your intimacy, and you're tired of playing small, you're tired of complacency, you're tired of that stuff, reach out to me. Let's hop onto a quick call and let's get you going. Let's get you going into the intimacy of your dreams, because it is so possible. And it's so amazing. So amazing. I'm feeling called to share one last thing. We're going through some big stuff right now. My husband has a good friend who just died yesterday. And also yesterday, I found out that my uncle who raised me has a brain tumor. So I'd love prayers. If you're the praying type or whatever your version of that is. We're going through some stuff, and I have to tell you, this morning I just was laying in my bed. I went to yoga super early in the morning trying to get my energy into a mindset to show up for my business and show up for my clients and show up for you guys here. And then I came back and I just crawled into my bed and I just cried. And my husband came in and he was like wanting to connect, and we had a little bit of time. And I couldn't bring myself to want to have sex. I just didn't feel it. I just felt like, so down and sad. And so instead, we just laid there naked, crying, talking about life and all the things. And it was so beautiful. And as is typical for me, once I can get through those barriers of vulnerability and fear and the walls that I put up, I wanted to connect with him. And so we did. And I felt like I looked at him and I was like, this was what I needed to be able to show up in my business today, because this is why I do what I do, is because we didn't used to have that. I didn't used to feel like I could be that free or that I could take up that kind of space. And he didn't know how to hold space for me like that. He had no idea. No one ever taught him. You know what I mean? It's like, just avoid emotions at all costs. That's how we used to exist. But we can literally have this in our relationships, and how that changes our capacity to show up in the world, to be those powerful leaders. It's everything. So I felt called to share that, and I feel kind of vulnerable and exposed a little bit because it's pretty personal. But I hope you guys feel of that hope. Okay, love you all. Bye-bye.